Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is time for another crochet hair review. And today's crochet hair, as you also saw from the title, is the Afri Naptural Rod Spiral Curl 14 inches. And as you saw in the title, this is not a install video, a DIY, a tutorial. No, it's a review. And what a review is for my channel is I first come on here with my first day thoughts of a crochet hair. Literally moments after install, I tell you, was it a hard install, an easy install, how many packs I used, what my overall thoughts were with the install. And trust me, today's video is going to be a lot different than most. And then I mosey on down to my 1 week thoughts. Having worn the hair for 1 week, I come on and show you what it looks like one weekend, telling you overall has it really gone uphill or downhill over the course of that week, and what my nighttime routine has been like with that hair. Then after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of wear, on the final day of me wearing that hair, I come on here and tell you how it overall performed throughout the wear, whether I think it's swim friendly, whether I think it's active friendly, and whether I overall recommend you try said hair. There are timestamps down below for those who may want to skip around to different parts of today's video. But if you want to watch the continuous flow, just keep watching to see my day one thoughts on this rod spiral curl hair from Afri Naptural.
A few moments later.
So now coming on here for my day one thoughts on this rod spiral 14-inch curl from Afri Naptural. Like I said in my intro, this is not an install video. However, I do have one. I'll link it up above. This is the one time where I'll say, just watch that install video. I filmed that whole thing the same day as this, maybe 8 minutes ago. I finished the outro, flipped the camera on, and now I'm filming the intro to the review. I was mad. And I still am. Just know I'm still as mad as I was 1 second ago. I bought this hair with my own coin online. I bought it, and when you're buying online, something says it's a 2 times pack. When they call out 2 times, that means you're getting twice the amount of hair, right? So I bought 3 packs of it, thinking in my mind that's equivalent to an average 6-packer, right? 6 packs of hair. I don't want to overdo it. I don't need to overdo it. 6 is enough. When I was installing this hair midway through, I wasn't feeling confident. I was feeling so unconfident. And I don't think in my 9 years, I think we're in 9 years of me creating content. What year are we? I started this channel in 2016. So we're on our 9th year. I think this month makes our 9th year doing this. I don't think I've ever had this. I think I've had an instance where I was running out of hair and I went to a beauty supply store and just bought it. I've had that instance happen. I've never had it where I can't. Afri Naptural is not a widely carried brand. I don't know if I was in Ann's beauty supply store yesterday. I didn't see it. I ain't see it there. So I don't think without me having to do a mass amount of Googles, I could find it in enough time. Especially this, I think is not one of their probably well-known hair. So I was frustrated. You guys know my most recent video, I installed the Spanish wand curl from Rasta Free. That's the only hair I had in my home that even matched the color and I thought I could get away with. And I think, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, I think I did the best I could, and I only had 1 pack of that. I only had 1 pack. So I had to make it work. I needed at least 5 packs of this hair to have been able to complete it, which again, I guess would be, what's the 2 times? If I'm buying 5 packs, what's the advantage of 2 times? Would I have needed to buy 10 if you didn't double it? My thing was 2 times meant it had 2 sides, right? But this side, 1 side alone, I don't think would have been enough for 1 head. You can't claim, hey, we're doing something special. We're 2 times the pack. Just make this 1 solid line. I know you got the materials. Just make it 1 solid and don't try to call out 2 times because you're not making it easy for the consumer, especially the consumer buying online. You're making it hard for us, especially we're having to go again off of thoughts and feelings. And I don't think I've had this issue in the past. I feel like Afri Naptural normally does do 2 times, 3 times packs. And in the past, I think I've bought those. I think they're skipping. I think they're trying to get away with less. In today's economic times, they're like, okay, honey, tariffs, recession, let's try to get the consumer a little bit, make them buy more packs and think they're getting more when they're actually getting way less. There couldn't have been more than 20 strands in this one pack, meaning that having 3 only left me with 60 strands. 60 was not enough for a complete head. I don't even know, again, that 4 would have been enough. I don't even feel confident 100% how I am today, but I have no other choice because I leave on vacation this week. I'm filming this today on a Sunday. I leave on vacation on Thursday. I don't have another option. I have to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't get my hair done. Like, this is it. Now was the time. Now was the time I needed to prepare, and honey, I wasn't. I have one other hair in here from my wigs that I was like, I could just scrap this whole idea and apply that, but I wanted to dye that hair, and I don't have time to dye it and install it and get it all ready. The makeup is done. The face is beat. Today's the day. I have to use what I have to use. But I will say, the install was quick and easy. I mean, the quick and easy when it came to this hair. I looked up, it was 25 minutes and I was done with all of this. All of this done. I was like, okay, we have a whole nother rest of the head to go, but I can't deny it was quick because it's one of those hair that's already, it's not pre-looped, but it is in predefined sections, which is way better than the last hair, the Spanish wand curl that I tried on install. Hated that install. Loved how quick and easy this was. Grab a piece, put in your head, double knot it, move on. Grab a piece, double knot it, move on. You don't have to split this hair. You can't split this hair. If you split this hair, you're going to have a mess on your hand. So it comes in the sections. So many people ask me, are these hair pre-looped? Are these hair pre-looped? And I'm not a fan. I don't care about pre-looped. It's not a big deal to me. I don't know what the audience wants out of pre-looped, but I will say, I mean, it's not pre-looped, but it is crochet looped, whatever that means. So they have a little thing on here, crochet loop. But if that means pre-looped to you guys, then it's pre-loop. Sometimes I think you guys mean pre-loop with the little nodule on there holding it together. This is so easy for beginners. It doesn't get any easier. If you're newer to hair, this is easy. Spanish wand curl is on the other scale. It's super hard. Like, I have a super easy hair in my head and then a super hard hair in my head. Now, the one great saving grace of this is my braid done by Keish. She always gets me together. It's a straight back braid pattern. That was done on Thursday. I had a lovely time in that chair getting this done. However, flashing forward to Sunday, it's not a fun way to start my morning. However, I am happy with the overall look. I think I was able to do the best I can do. I did it with this hair. I did not cut the Afri Naptural hair. I did have to cut the roster free hair a bit to bring it up to where this hair was. The roster free, if you remember when I installed that hair, flashing back, it was a bit longer. So I did cut those strands to match. And I also applied mousse because, again, flashing back, that hair needed mousse. This hair does not need mousse. This hair by itself does not need mousse, but I did have to put mousse throughout my head so that it would cover the Spanish wand because it's one of those hair. It's just wiry. It's, I only use one pack only because I only had one pack, but I only used one pack of that hair. It performed well in New York. In New York, it really did a good job, a bang up job there. So I'm not disappointed that I had to use it. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, I am actually disappointed that I had to use it because I shouldn't have. I should have had enough of when you say 2 times. I'm not going to harp on it. But when you say 2 times, I have a certain expectation with that. I knotted this hair 2 times throughout my head for this look. And overall, I am pleased with the finished look, just not pleased with the process that it took to get to this finished look. Again, the Afri Naptural color is a T1B30. The roster free wand curl hair is in a color, I don't want to get it wrong because there was a lot of B's in there. T1B30. I think it matches pretty well. It's the only hair that I had that even could have potentially matched. So I'm liking the blend. I'm okay with it this first day. Not feeling super confident, but that's the beauty of a review series like mine. I don't have to hang my hat on what I say today. A future me will come back and tell you if I need to say more or less. But I'll definitely give you those thoughts coming up right now.
Later.
So now, coming on here for my final thoughts on the Afri Naptural spiral rod curl hair, infused a little bit with that roster-free Spanish wand curl. As you can see, if I move and swivel my chair around, it has been 2 weeks with this hair. Yes, I did skip 1 week thoughts because I was not in the States. I was not in the continental US. I was in the US Virgin Island, but I was not here. So I think that vlog is probably up as you're watching this video right now. But I've taken this hair on the road with me, and I'll talk more about that, of course, throughout today's video. But few things I forgot to address in my day one thoughts. I wrote them down as soon as I got done filming day one because I still was getting frustrated. Was still a little upset that the packs I used weren't enough, but I didn't touch on the feel like I normally would. And I mean, it's post swim, post heat, all of that is extremely dry at this current moment. At week 2, it is an extremely dry feeling hair. I can't put enough Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 Miracle Worker on this hair to keep it from being extremely dry. And again, I have swam in this hair, so I have done that, but I feel like it felt a little drier before the swimming as well. I will also say, in terms of heat, is it a warm hair? Again, I did just go somewhere where it was extremely warm. I'd say it's probably not as lightweight. I think that rod spiral has a little bit of bulkiness to it, like maybe a soft dread or something like that. I'd say it's skews more warmer than the Rasta Free Spanish Wand Curl, which I'd say is a light, kind of airy hair, very thin. So, if we're comparing the two, Rasta Free Spanish Wand Curl, which I talked about in this video, I felt very light for the season. I think it's a okay hair for July. I don't know if this hair itself would be great for late July, early August in terms of warmth. I'll say these two hair hate each other. They do not interact well together. I know I got a comment, and I addressed it in another video recently, but I got a comment that said, we want blended hair, more blended hair, meaning you want me to do more combinations. So blending two different curl patterns together. And my stance has always been, I think it's wonderful. I think you can get a unique curl when you do blends. However, having a crochet hair review channel and you blend two different things, especially two new things to me, I don't know who's interacting with what. I don't know if the hair is coming in contact with something and it's messing it up or this, that, and the third. Now, again, I did a blend here because I had no other choice. This would not have been my ideal blending of hair. They're two totally different wavelengths, but I had to fill in the gaps, which is also why I'm taking it out at 2 weeks. Like, this Frankenstein situation I have going on hasn't been particularly my favorite, mainly from the Spanish wand curl side. I don't think it, and again, knew this going into it, it does not interact well. I think it's very like, you can tell the Spanish wand pieces and they're very tangly, which again, I ranked Rasta Free Spanish Wand Curl. If you saw my Rasta Free rankings video, I ranked it number 9 out of 10. 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. I ranked it number 9. So at number 9 here, put and infused with I think a pretty good curl. I think the Rod Spiral by Afri Naptural by itself will be a good hair, a good solid hair for the cooler months, fall, winter. I think it would be water friendly. So I did swim in this hair. Funny enough, I didn't get in the water as much in St. Thomas as I thought. I mean, the pools were kind of crowded. I didn't want to take my underwater camera. Sitting by the water was good enough for me. But when I came back, coming back, our pool is open, so I did take it under the water. I think Rod Spiral, good hair, pretty fine hair. I think isn't going to really mess up. I think Spanish Wand Curl, no, it's not water. It's not going to make my water friendly list, unfortunately. I think it's better hair out there, and I think Rod Spiral, better hair. Spanish Wand, not good hair. So I have a combination of a not water friendly and water friendly in my head, and the Spanish Wand ain't been right since I took my head in the water. I took my head in the water maybe 5 days ago. Not a big fan. So, but I think Rod Spiral, water friendly. I think Rod Spiral, active friendly. I think winter, fall appropriate because it could be a warmer hair. I think it's a good length. I like the color on it. Overall, I like the hair. I recommend it. I do recommend you buying 5 packs of it, though. I recommend Afri Naptural stopping with the shenanigans and saying, this is a multiple pack. Stop it. Still been really hurt. Still been very upset about that situation. It's been a fine wear. I'm just ready to get it out of my head because I'm not a fan of, like, I think on camera maybe looks good. In real life, like, I don't love having 2 different hair, especially sometimes in the back. I feel self-conscious because I don't think the blend is as one-to-one. Like, I think there are parts where it's Spanish wand a little bit heavier than I would like. And, I'm ready to wear my own hair out. I think I'm going to wear my own hair out for about 3 weeks. And I'll do some week in my wash and go. So if you're interested in seeing my non-crochet care content, the content I make on my own hair, make sure you are locked in, tuned in, and subscribed. And my other crochet hair content, you can see everything. Everything I do, you will see if you're subscribed to this channel. And you have that notification bell on so you're alerted when new videos come up on my channel. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans and a bit more real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.